Hey everybody, happy August. We're excited to come to you today, share a couple of really fun testimonies, some things we've had an opportunity to do recently, some lives that have been impacted because of the work we're doing in DC, because of the support we have from all of our amazing partners out there. That's many of you who are watching the video, so thank you for your support. Thank you for joining us today. You know, we've been talking a lot about relationships lately and what it looks like to be in relationship with people in the kingdom and what it looks like just to be the hands and feet of Jesus without expecting something from anybody else and without trying to just do church, but just to be actually in relationship with people. And we found that in the past few years, as we've been more intentional about that, that we've had some amazing opportunities to speak even deeper into people's lives and to see them push out of the area they're in and go into further places.
Yeah, it's so fun for us to be on Good Hope Road, and even when we're driving down the street and people see our car, they yell at us and they wave,
Yeah.
or even if we're at a stoplight, we had somebody come run up on us and try to give us a hug in the car. I mean, that does not just happen.
Right.
Especially in a community where everyone says nobody's going to welcome you. There's so much distrust.
Right.
There's a lot of people that have a lot of bitterness and anger, but you know what? Jesus changes everything. And that's what love looks like, right? You love on people where they're at, right? We know, like, hey, we know if you're in addiction, you can be free. We know exactly what you need. You need Jesus.
That's right.
But if someone's not ready for that, then we don't tell them, hey, you know what? We're disappointed in you. We know you could have better. Like, that's not how you love people. So what we do is we just pray for them to get freedom.
That's right.
We just, we're just excited to see them. And we even had a really great testimony about one of the guys who comes out on a regular basis. His name is Ronald, and he's kind of grumpy.
Yeah.
And so he was saying something to us last week, and I just looked at him and said, Ronald, if you would just smile and thank Jesus for all the things that you do have, you would feel less stressed. You would feel less physical pain in your body. All these things would just go away. And his girlfriend said, yeah, she's right. You just need more Jesus. So that's what we say. You just need more Jesus.
You just need more Jesus in a nice way.
Yeah.
We had a great conversation with a friend of ours who we've been spending time with a lot in that area. His name's Gregory. He's been homeless for almost 9 years, in and out of shelters, so sometimes just sleeping on the streets. And we've been working with him and helping him to kind of get up out of that space. And we got a phone call the other day. He now has an apartment. I think he's probably moved in by now, or is moving in this week. So that's really an incredible testimony of seeing somebody come from, really the lowest of the low, and now back into his own place, moving forward with a job, opportunities for even more jobs and maybe to go back to school and do some more things. And so that's always an exciting thing. That's one more life that we've seen that is transformed and stepped out of the environment he was in and chose to move in a new direction. It's all because of Jesus, right?
Yeah. And what's cool is he was so grateful. He said, you know what? I know it's because of you guys in my life.
Yeah.
You helped me to see myself differently. And he even said, since 2016, I've known you.
Yep.
And it's all of these prayers, all the things. I know that God has more for me. Come on, somebody. That's why we do what we do.
Yeah.
And you know what? We couldn't do it without you guys and your prayers. We love having those prayers because it just gives us the strength. And then also, your giving. Wow, we were overwhelmed with the gifts that came in for Tanil, the student who is going away to college. She's the first person in her family to go away to college.
Yeah.
The second person in her family to attend college.
Right.
So with your support and help, we were able to purchase her a brand new laptop and a really cool laptop bag to go with it to send her off to college. So thank you so much for that. Tanil is a perfect example of how God's love can transform everything. She had everything stacked up against her, but through Pastor Terry and Sharita, the work that they've done with her at Kids Connection, they've been able to support her and kind of just welcome her into this family. And she's been not only helping and serving with that ministry as well, but ours as we did food distribution and just mentoring other young people to let them know, hey, your dreams can come true.
Yep.
So thank you so much for that.
This is what community looks like. This is what it means to be part of a kingdom where we honor each other and we bless each other and we support each other and we keep spurring each other forward, even when people are in rough situations, we keep spurring them forward into something better because we know that God has a purpose and a plan for everybody, and we want to see those purposes and those destinies fulfilled. And every destiny that's not fulfilled is a destiny that the enemy has stolen, and we're not okay with that. And so we're going to keep doing that and keep going after it. And just recently we were out on Good Hope Road again in Southeast, and we noticed something interesting. We had been spending time across the street from the laundromat where we used to be at. We were out in front of the liquor store, and it was the dynamic was a little different there. It seemed like people didn't interact quite as much with us there as 30 feet away at the parking lot. So that's interesting. It was so close by. But this past week, the road was closed, and so we hung out in front of the laundromat on the sidewalk instead. And wow, there was quite a bit of a difference in the interaction and the engagement and the excitement. And so there's something about being in that space that we've been seeding, even though it's only a few feet away from where we were the last couple of months. There's something about being in that space that's very significant for us. And so we're going to keep praying into that space and see what God has for us there about buying property and building buildings and all the things we're trying to move towards. So please keep praying for us in that arena, and we'll see what God does next.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, we were thinking about it and saying, wow, you know what? This is what happens when we're just here for the day.
Yeah.
Can you imagine when we move on to Good Hope Road and we have a presence there 24/7 and we're there and we're actually part of the community, living in the community with the community. That's our hope and our dreams, and God has already said it's going to happen. So we just want you to pray with us into that, for property, for buildings, for those things that seem impossible with God. They're very possible.
Absolutely.
So we just thank you for all of your support. We're excited about August, and we just have so many more testimonies that we're praying that we're going to share with you in the next couple months. We love you guys. Have a great August.